we have to go in and do some practice for Kol Nidre and Yom Kippur. So today's going to be our last day together. I'll put up in person. I'll put up a Thursday meditation from before, so that you can get the priestly benediction at the end. But what I mentioned today, perhaps you can take with you into the next couple of days as we lead on Sunday night into Yom Kippur. This is our third day that we've been dealing with this idea of forgiveness. The first day was, who do you need to forgive? Then yesterday we talked about, or I talked about, who you need to ask forgiveness from. And today I thought we could reflect on what really forgiveness is and what we're trying to do. And if you think back on the Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, especially Rosh Hashanah at this moment, on Saturday and Sunday we did tashlich, which is when you take your sins and you throw them into a body of water, and then your sins are carried away. And that should represent for us kind of the way that we can cleanse ourselves of the times when we miss the mark. Everyone's doing it. The people that you have issues with, the people that you love, everyone is missing the mark at some point. And I think what I'd like to explore today is the idea of unconditional love. And Gilad? Well, maybe you didn't, but most of us. We could let that bring us down into a deep despair, and we can be that aspect of God that judges us harshly. Or we can approach ourselves with love, with chesed, loving kindness, and we can love ourselves unconditionally. We make mistakes. It doesn't mean that we live in our mistakes. And one thing I learned from the Institute for Jewish Spirituality was that one aspect of us does not make all of us. One mistake is not the whole of who we are. 10 mistakes are not the whole of who we are. We're made up of everything. We're made up of the incredible, wonderful things that we do in our lives and work in our lives. And there isn't a human being that is immune to making those mistakes. So if we have that awareness that we are only human and we are fallible and we're not perfect, then maybe we can give ourselves a little bit of a break and non-judgmentally look at our lives. And really, the object of all of this reflection is to find the truth. What is true for us now? What is true for us at this time in our lives? Sometimes we might not want to recognize the truth, but we can do it in a loving way, without judgment, or shall I say harsh judgment. We may say, I don't like I did that, but we don't have to say, I don't like I did that, I'm a horrible person, I'm a bad person, I'm never going to be a good person. It is, yeah, I missed the mark there. I need to improve in that area. But as long as I'm striving to be a good person, to live up, understand this year, we may get there next year. We may vow things this year. We vowed things last year. We've said we want to change. And literally, on Kol Nidre, the first thing that's going to be said to us is, you didn't fulfill the vow, you didn't change the way you wanted to, that's okay. You have another opportunity. And these vows and these promises and the changes that you're going to want to make for next year, you may not fulfill those either, but that's okay. because the object is to reflect on ourselves in a non-judgmental way, understanding that if we can be non-judgmental of ourselves and, in a way forgive ourselves for missing the mark, then we can approach others with that same. All those people that may have hurt us, we're all trying to be better. So if we can take the same kind of attitude for ourselves and put that on other people in a loving way, because this is, if it's not about finding love for yourself and finding love for others, I don't know what the religious endeavor is. It has to be all about love and caring and approaching our lives in its truth. The truth doesn't judge. The truth just is. And if we can look at ourselves and not be so, I guess judgmental really is the word, but understand that we are who we are. We may never be that perfect person. Is there a perfect person? My dog Griffin might come close to being perfect, but not really. So with all of that in mind, with some breathing, and then I'll introduce the concept of love, judging ourselves in a non-judgmental way, and we're going to end on light and love. May I feel luminous. May I feel loved. My favorite. And I think it does tie into the thoughts we're going to have, so that when we say, may I feel loved, a part of it is we're saying it to ourselves. May I love myself. May I feel love from myself. So get into a position where you feel like you're comfortable yet ready. It really is the strangest thing. My dog sleeps 23 and a half hours, except for this half hour where he likes to just kind of... They say
dogs come meditate with him.
Dogs meditate with me, but he's not even looking at me, nor is he paying any attention. He just likes to be around. Okay. So we're going to start out just breathing. It doesn't have to be any kind of special breath. We don't have to push the breath. Just stay within ourselves and notice how you're breathing. Notice your stomach expanding and contracting. Are you tight anywhere in your body? Sometimes you can notice that through the breath. And we're just allowing things to be just as they are. Your mind is going to want to take you away, but at this first part here, let's just try to clear ourselves. Just concentrate on the breath. So I invite you now to start thinking about your lack of perfection, the places where you feel you've missed the mark. And I'd love for us to practice having compassion and love and chesed, loving kindness for yourself. To see if you can love yourself unconditionally, non-judgmentally, but understand that, yes, you made mistakes, but that's okay, because we all do. See if you can find that love for yourself inside. And I just want to remind us all that judging ourselves could be true, could be half true, and could be completely false, our conclusion about ourselves. So try to find what's true. Try to find what's real for you. Try to find right now what is true about this time and who you are and what you do.